Hey guys, so Mason here, Epic Disaster from Instagram. So I thought I'd make a little video for those of you who I think I'm going to like overpower my computer right now. um, for those of you guys who cut, um, I was having a talk with my friend who cut herself, and I used to do it. I know the feeling. And maybe you are being hurt by other people, but you shouldn't go and turn around and bring harm to yourself. That's not doing anything. And maybe it's because you don't want to feel that internal pain, or you want to forget, even just for the tiniest bit, the tiniest moment. Um, uh, just enough, like, to get a gasp of air. And ultimately, in the end, you're still drowning. So I don't see the point. Um, yes, you've gotten a small breath of air, but what you should be doing is trying to find a way out of the water rather than fighting for little gasps of air. And, you know, people are always saying, like, well, no one's helping me, like, I can't do this on my own and stuff. Like, you can do it on your own. And I can't pull you from the water. No one can pull you from the water. You have to get out yourself. Um, I just, yeah, I don't know. A lot of people, like, who are depressed or like cut or whatever, they just say that, like, they think they're never gonna get better and they're not strong enough. And, like, the way I see it is that you don't want to be happy. Because I was in a place like that. Like, I didn't want to be happy. I felt sorry for myself, and I liked feeling sorry for myself. I would sleep all day. I wouldn't do anything. I liked just being depressed. And that's what people always talk about, like depression taking over. It doesn't take over without you, like, letting it. You let it take over. Um, and, like, I stopped thinking about the future. Because I mean, you guys know that things aren't great for me. I'm stuck with this body, and I think to myself, like, I'm always gonna have this body. Like, it's never gonna change. The face that I have, right now, maybe it's not changing that much, and I hope it changes more, but I don't know. And that's the thing, you don't know what your future is going to be like. So if you spend now thinking about if you're going to get better or if you're going to get worse, you're just putting stress on yourself, and you're putting pressure on your depression, and that brings it on. That brings it more to, like, more pain to you, and you don't need that. You don't want that. So, like, my advice would, like, for me, for those of you who are suffering like this, sorry, I'm like rambling. What I've done for myself is I've stopped thinking about the future. You can't spend now thinking about the future. And even looking back at the past, you're not gonna get anywhere thinking about the future or thinking about the past. People always say, don't dwell on the past. Don't dwell on your past, and don't dwell on your future either. You can't just spend all your time thinking about, oh, everything's gonna get worse, I'm not strong enough, or, oh, it might get better. You have to have hope. It's good to have hope. But sometimes, thinking to yourself, like, oh, things will get better, it just feels like you're just saying it. You don't really feel it. And, like, you hear so many people tell you, like, yeah, everything's going to be okay. And maybe that is what you need to hear. So you sitting there watching right now, everything, if I can say it right, everything will be okay. But sometimes hearing it doesn't do anything for you. For me, it didn't. People would tell me everything's going to be okay, and I wouldn't believe them because I was still wallowing in self-pity. But now what I do is I live for today. I don't live for tomorrow. I don't care if tomorrow comes. I live for today. And I enjoy the little things. The cloud of smoke from my cold, in the cold air from my warm breath. I love that. The fur on my hat. Um, I don't know, my dog's heartbeat. The smell of cinnamon tea when I make cinnamon tea. Every little thing, you know, it's just nice. Enjoying everything around me. And most of all, EDM music. It's happy sounding. Um, a lot of people like bands because of the lyrics. It like helps them feel better, and that some of them do, but I noticed a lot of them are also really depressing, and I think that maybe listening to that kind of music won't really help you, especially if you listen to lyrics. It might bring you more depressed. It might bring you down more. There we go. Um, but if you want to be happy, well, that's the first thing. You have to have that drive to be happy. So just listen to happy music, not necessarily like screaming and like I don't know. I just like I listen to MCR, My Chemical Romance. They are amazing. Not only are some of their songs depressing, like their lyrics are nice, but they also have happy sounding songs or like fun songs. So like that's why I like EDM though, because it's always happy music. Um, but yeah, um, that's all I wanted to say. So for those of you watching, I want you to smile every day for me. And if you have to force the smile, I want you to picture me smiling back at you, just like this, and telling you that you are a very strong person. And I know you can get through this, and everything's going to be okay. Even though maybe you don't want to hear that, or you don't like hearing it, or it sounds fake, but I do mean it. I know you're strong somewhere in there. I know it. And everything will get better if you want it to. And I really hope you want it to. And I'm not a professional, so if you would like professional help, there's always therapists, I believe, at your high schools, even in colleges, and there's phone lines to call. And if you type in suicide on Tumblr, there's a bunch of links there. So yeah, there's always help, guys. But I just thought I'd make this message, and maybe it helps, and maybe it doesn't, but I tried. So, I haven't been depressed in a while, and I was depressed, like, the other night, and I drew. Yeah, I drew. I don't think my friend watches this, but this is her Christmas gift, so. I drew this with crowns. So, drawing really helps. I felt so much better after, but I wasn't just drawing. I was drawing and listening to EDM. So, drawing and happy music, you know, just letting it out, you know, getting your mind off things. And always talking about it makes you feel better. So, find someone you can talk to about. If you want to vent to me, I don't really like listening to people's like depressing lives because it kind of brings me down too, but if you guys want, you can message me and just let it out, or I suggest maybe writing, you know, how you feel down on like a Word document on the computer or even your iPod like note thing, and then just deleting it. Because you had the time to write it out, you know, get it all out, and then you just delete it and it's gone. And you at least feel a little better because you got to get some of it out. So yeah, I hope this helped, and I'm going to go before this is like way too long. So I love you guys, have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later.